You know, we've got 3 guys, and it's a unique situation that have played in big-time games. You know, Cody's, you know, started a couple Big 12 games. Baker, obviously, with the freshman year at Tech, has played in big-time games. And then, you know, me starting, I think, what is it, 15 games now. We've got guys with experience, and so we're able to help each other in a huge way because we've been there before.
What do you like about Lincoln?
I love that he's just you know, a guy that's even keel. He never really gets too hot, too high. He's a guy that players want to play for. You know, he's a guy that you feel comfortable walking into his office and talking about anything, asking him about the offense, asking him about anything in life, honestly. And then I'm a huge guy on confidence, on a mentality. First thing he said when he walked in was, you know, we've got to develop a mentality that we're going to score every time we touch the ball. And that was huge because, you know, like I said, I've said it 100 times today that the concept stuff's going to come. The plays are going to come. But if you have the mentality that we're going to set the tone, everything's going to be good.
You talked about some of the off the field issues, especially as it relates to Joe, but obviously y'all went through some stuff that was much broader than the SAE stuff.
Yeah.
How important was it for you to be in a leadership role in that situation, and do you feel like that helped develop you?
Well, you know, starting off, you know, that whole situation, nobody on the outside will ever understand what it was like to be on the inside. And I could sit here for hours and explain it to you, but you'll never quite understand the player-led team meetings and the conversations and the late nights just trying to figure out how to handle it. But, you know, going back, it was a very unfortunate event that unfortunately happened on our campus, but I was proud of our guys, you know, a little bit angry at first, but then immediately taking the stance of we're not going to be angry about it. It's not just on our campus. This is a national issue, and we just want to create awareness for it. So, you know, a lot of guys stepped up in their leadership role, and it was awesome for me to be able to step into that as well, and we got a lot closer through it, you know, fighting those battles of, well, this is what we should do, that's what we should do. It was tough. It was very tough. But again, very proud of the guys of the way they handled it, and I think we're better off for it, you know. Well, you know, right off the bat, you just kind of hits you in the face of, wow, that's a really unfortunate deal. And then it starts hitting the social media, and then it starts hitting national news, and you realize, wow, this is a big deal. What are we going to do? And that's the thing. You know, I didn't sign up to step into that leadership role. None of these other guys signed up to, you know, have to handle something like this. But it's what was in front of us, and we had to handle it. And, you know, there's going to be critics of, you should have handled it this way, you should have handled it that way. But in the end, we feel like we did what was best for our team. You know, as a, you know, from this guy to this guy, whether you wanted to practice right away or you really didn't want to practice or ever play again because it meant that much to you, I felt like we did a good job of finding the middle ground, and everybody on our team, both sides of the story, ended up coming together and saying, you know what, that's my brother, I'm going to do this for him. So it was incredible leadership opportunity, and it brought us together like you wouldn't believe.
I guess kind of ending with that, it seemed like there was a year-long period where you guys had to deal with a lot of non-football stuff.
Right.
Is that kind of the cloud that overhung over last year? I mean, just, you know, starting with Joe and, you know, Dorial Green Beckham, it was at least controversial that you took him, and the Frank stuff the spring before that. Was there just a lot of non-football stuff that you guys had to deal with?
You know, it seems that way. It seems like it's this huge deal that we all have to deal with, and outside of the SAE deal, we, as players, we really don't worry about that kind of stuff. That's the media, that's the coaches that have to deal with all that stuff. You know, Dorial, he's one of my boys. He's in the locker room, going to workouts with us, going to practice with us. He's just like anybody else. Same thing with Joe. When he got back, you know, it was, you know, I love you, man. You know, you're one of my guys, and we're going to go have fun together. Now, you're there for them if they need to talk to you, and you're there for them when they need you. But as far as just having to deal with it day in and day out, we really didn't have to do all that much of that.
Does it feel like maybe a little